They can drop out of high school and go to any of these 5,000 schools across the United States for free. Their transportation is free. Their meals are free. Across the United States for free. Their transportation is free. Their meals are free. Every single bit of it is at zero cost. They will all graduate with a certificate and whatever the fuck they want for free. All of it.
But the Department of Education,
I don't understand what Phil is talking about.
But the Department of Education is getting cut. How are they going to afford these schools? How are these going to continue to get funded? I was the Job Corps. Everything was free, from boarding to clothing,
the cities
to
are paying for them now,
food, everything, transportation, everything.
We went through city, like we got every funding we could from the cities. We got it from the state.
Right, but
we
there's
get
no
some
funding.
from the federal government.
They're taking the funding. The Republicans are taking the funding. Trump is taking the funding.
Of course they did. Of course they are.
I said, and you gotta butter these people up. I said this will look really good on you for your reelection to show that you sponsored these children to go to these camps. And guess what? When school is out, these kids are going to fully paid for camps. And at this camp, they learn survival skills. They learn, they take literacy, STEM programs. And so this is the thing, right? They're not going to tell you they have this money. This information comes out in these local council meetings. When they say, oh, and teachers in my area, they got $1,000 bonus because guess what? They had money left in the education budget. So you know what? They teach for them to get a bonus. You have to have,
and Leslie, these are in the white
conversation.
These are in the white schools too, though. You know, the white kids are getting all these raises that they're going to the white schools so they can afford it. They can quote unquote can do all this shit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And we don't have the best.
They have the money, but you have to ask for it. You have
right,
to,
but you know they're taking. But remember, the
people.
Republicans are taking the education. They're taking the Department of Education funding.
Man, y'all finna be saying this shit. Y'all finna be saying this shit until y'all die.
A lot of people are getting denied FAFSA.
Y'all are gonna be saying this shit until y'all die. The same shit over and over again. A Democrat gonna come in.
Trucking. How many seats are up for the Democrats right now? How many seats are up for Republicans in the House right now? Trucking. Just you're so smart.
Hold on, wait, Heavy. Look at what just happened. We're talking about all these solutions. We're talking about going to our local council members, and as soon as the Democrats is brought up, it turns into chaos. It's confusing. This is why we cannot get ahead as a fucking people.
Agree.
Stupid shit. I literally sat up here and said, I literally went to my Democratic council members, got kids sponsored to go to camp, right? I literally talked about if you had a means and you have a sense of community, right?
Good job. Good. You want a cookie? Good job. Great. Reach
one, fucking teach one, right? And then you have an ignorant ass nigga. And I'm calling how I see it, an ignorant ass nigga. Instead of talk about solutions, he gets up here because he's a regressive ass person, right? He does not like to see our community prosper. He gets and pivoted to the conversation on Democrats when we talking about advancing our community. Then you had an ignorant ass bitch who had been on damn mute the whole motherfucking time. The whole fucking time when I'm speaking, Keith speaking, Heavy speaking, Phil speaking, Miss Kayden brought it in, and when we talk about solutions, but she want to chime in when the ignorant nigga on the panel, so what, oh, y'all gonna be talking about this Democrat. We weren't talking about motherfucking Democrats. We was talking about trades and how we can get our black children out of these prisons and into these motherfucking trades. And y'all, just because people are black and we all have the same skin color, does not mean we all want to see each other do motherfucking well. I get tired of platforming these ignorant ass niggas.
Amen.
Hold on,
Say
hold
that
on,
shit.
hold on,
I
hold on,
agree.
hold on.
Yeah, fuck you.
Because this No Child Left Behind stuff, this got us back. And let me say something: the Department of Education, they are taking the funding from the black schools. They are taking the funding from the low income students. There's no funding. Y'all keep on saying trade schools. I agree with Keith and Lovely, but it's the Republicans that thinking, the funding's here. It's not.
But this the thing, Heavy. You literally spoke on your family and how they giving back haircuts, hairdos, and all this type of stuff. At the end of the day, as black people, we always had to come together and do what's best for our people. We gotta stop looking to these white folks for shit, and we need to start pooling our money and looking at each other. But we not
Right.
gonna do it. We not gonna do it with ignorant niggas like Truckee. We not gonna do it with ignorant bitches like whatever that whole name was on the panel. I want. And this the thing. Because I know, and the thing is, I don't mind teaming up with fucking Phil. Want me to tell you why I don't mind teaming up? Even though we don't agree politically, when we was talking this progressive shit, Phil did not come off of mute one time and say some ignorant ass shit. Phil agree with trades being put back into the high school. Phil believe in actually getting together as a community and trying to get these people out of these prisons and into their own businesses. People like trucking and people like whatever the fuck that whole name is, they are going to walk us back 10 steps. They gonna walk us back 20 fucking feet. They are dangerous.
We're gonna bring them back. Remember, just because they dismantle the federal Department of Education, it doesn't mean that the funding disappears. So basically, the
I know
funding
that,
goes.
Miss K.
Yeah, it goes to the state level. But
Right.
the danger with that is going to the state level. They don't have the oversight. The oversight
Right,
is
and that's
just
why
not
Miss K,
there.
and that's why our
the
property
problem.
taxes, they're doing sugar tax, they're doing anything to get these funding, and that's what's fucking us up at the end. That's fucking us
Yeah.
up on our end because now our property taxes have to go up because of this bullshit. I understand exactly what you're saying, but and I feel it's
Nah,
hurting us
listen, if
too.
you
It's
shut the
hurting us.
fuck up,
It's hurting
hold
us.
on. If you shut the fuck up, you fat bitch, I can say what I was gonna say. Now you sit up here and disrespect me, and I ain't say nothing bad.
First of
I'm
all, why
asking
you
you,
calling her a fat bitch? Why
because
you calling her a fat
Who is he
bitch?
talking to?
hold on, 1 second. My problem with everything is, hold on, Keith, 1 second. Y'all sit up here and let this
No, Con,
motherfucker
don't let her call
disrespect me.
her a fat
Man,
bitch.
shut
hold
the
on, man.
fuck up.
Hold on,
Hold
man.
on,
Don't let
shut
him
the
call her a
fuck up.
fat bitch.
No,
Hey, Mr. Truckin',
It is, bro.
Mr. Truckin',
No,
Mr. Truckin',
I
talk to man.
don't give a
I
fuck.
thought,
I
hey man,
don't give a
listen, man. I'm
fuck, bro.
talking. You and I
I don't give
respect
a
each
fuck.
other,
I
right?
don't give
We've
a
always
fuck,
had
bro.
a good
Bro,
relationship,
Keith,
man.
y'all sit up here, let this bitch run off and talk shit about me, bro.
Brother,
And I sit
sure
up,
did.
this not me.
Sure did.
I'm just me and you, bro. This me and you, Mr. Truckin'. This me and you. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about me and you. Yeah, we just talking about me and you, Mr. Truckin'.
to me, bro. No, we not
How would you
finna
feel
do
if I
this,
called your
bro. We
mama a
not
fat
finna.
bitch? How would
I
you feel if I
don't
called
give
your
Hold on,
mama
a
a
hold on.
fat
fuck,
bitch?
bro. You's a
Let me
sissy,
talk.
nigga.
Let
I
me
don't
talk
care,
to him
No,
right
you
bro.
a
quick, man. Let me
sissy.
talk
You a
to him.
sissy, bro. I
Hold
don't
on, let
give
me
a
talk
fuck.
to him right
Keith,
quick.
listen to me. Keith, let me stop. Whatever. This is
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying,
Go
bro.
ahead.
This
Go
is
ahead,
what I'm
Mr.
telling you,
Truckin'.
bro.
Let's talk
This,
let's talk
bro,
regular, bro. Like just me and you, right?
check this out,
Like we
Keith. There's
always talk,
never,
Mr. Truckin'.
bro.
Go ahead, man.
There's
Go ahead.
never
Go
ever
ahead.
a point where it's going to be Democratic for 20 years. There's never ever going to be a point where it's
Yeah.
Republican for 20 years. The Democratic logic is the Democrats fund
Yeah.
everything that the community needs. The Republicans come in and they snatch that shit. This is a story I've been hearing my whole entire life. What are we going to do to take ourselves out of that matrix? Because it's not going to, no party's going to run a consecutive 20 years. That's all I was going to
I
say.
understand
That's
that.
it.
I understand that. I understand that, man. The only thing I was worried about, man, is it's okay. So when we talking, man, like when I come to where your place is, right? When we talk, right? If one of your ladies say something that's out the way, man, I'm gonna respect the fact that it's me and you, right? We have a relationship, right? The way we talk, right? And if you go talk to the ladies that's on your side of the fence, I'm not going to engage in that, right? I'm gonna let you go talk to him, right? I'm not gonna disrespect him because you and I have a different relationship. That's how we do things. We are men. This is what we do, bro. Right? So please, man, I'm asking you. This is one of the people that's special to me, bro. Real special to me, right? And I'm asking you,
Keith,
just because
Keith,
we
I
respect each
understand
other the way
everything.
we do. Yes, sir. So that's all I'm
Keith,
asking, man. No,
as
no,
a
I'm not
man, you
admonishing.
Keith, a-
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
as a man on my
Yeah,
as a Keith, as a man on my panel, can't
yeah,
nobody on this motherfucker sit up here and say whether you're a Democrat or Republican.
yeah.
You come on my panel, you get disrespected. Don't nobody on when you come to my panel, don't
I
nobody do
don't.
a three
I
minute
don't.
motherfucking sermon on your ass, bro.
But you
You
just
right.
called
You
him
right.
a
Y'all
Don't
allowed
nobody
that
captain.
do that
mother.
That's
to me,
not cool.
man.
How would you feel somebody
Man,
calling
Hold
him
on.
a
shut up,
Let
captain?
me
sissy.
let,
I
let
don't
me let
talk
me
to
No,
no
let
you
me hold
come
sissy,
on,
off
man.
the
Let
man.
me
stage
talk
like
to
I
let me
Keith.
don't
talk to
talk to
trucking,
no
man. This me
sissy,
and you
bro.
talking, truck. This me and you talking. This just me and you talking right now, right? But if it did happen, trucking, right? If it did happen, right, I'm going to let you take care of that. That's your side of the fence. Those your people, and I'm gonna let you take care of it. Be like, yo, Keith, I need you. Like, I would be like, trucking, can you take care of this? Right? I'm not gonna flip like that. I'm just gonna say,
She
trucking, take care of this for me, bro,
she went
because
she
that's our
went
relationship.
she
I
bro,
know,
she
man.
went
I
three and
know
a
it was
half
wrong.
minutes. Hold on, check this out. And with
Yeah,
your
yeah,
logic, right? With
yeah,
your logic, right?
hmm
She went three and a
yeah,
half minutes with all of y'all on the
yeah.
panel. Then nobody stopped her. You got this
I'm not
faggot
going.
motherfucker cheering her on in
Hold
the whole
on,
nine
man. Come
yards, bro.
on,
No,
dog.
bro,
Come
I'm not
on,
cheering for
man.
that shit, bro. I'm the most
I know you
respectable
not. Listen,
motherfucker on this motherfucking app, bro. You're not finna do
and
that to me,
we've
bro.
always had that
You,
respect, right?
bro,
I
listen to me,
understand
bro.
your respect. We've
Listen, let me
always
tell you
had it,
something, bro.
trucking.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something,
You
bro.
got
What
to
yeah,
I
drop
do,
him for the
what
F word.
yeah.
what I
You got
do
to
for
drop you for that, man. Got to go for that. You got to go, man. I'm sorry, brother. We got to go
Come
for that,
back
man. You
up.
can't do that shit. Right, we got to have a like. We got to like listen, and this is how we conduct. Like this is how I do business. Right, if I'm in your panel, right, there's some lady, right, because I don't do that with women. Right, I don't ever do that shit with women. If she get at me, right, I'm asking you first. Right, I'm asking you as the person, the host. Right, whether it's a dude, I'm not going to engage in that with this woman. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm asking. Right, if you still hear me, bro, I'm just asking you, man. If it's one of our people, man, and somebody special to me, man, before you disrespect somebody, let me try to take care of it, man. All right. If y'all want to go someplace else and have it out, man, have it out there. Right. But let me try to take care of that shit because that preserves our relationship. Because me and him got a good relationship. We always talk, and even though we don't agree, right, it just never goes. It never goes in that direction, and I don't want it to go in that direction. But I can't let him. I can't let that happen.
That's sad.
Lovely is a
That's
special
sad.
person to me, man. I just can't do that. I can't
We
allow that,
gotta,
man.
but see,
So
we
I
gotta
ask
realize
first.
we have different
Yes,
ideologies on both sides. Because
I
when we
do.
look at the Republican side and we look at
Yeah.
these so-called gender roles, you know,
Mm.
it's totally
Yeah.
different from most of your women over here on the Democratic side. We are very outspoken, very
Yeah. I
outspoken.
understand.
We
I
like,
understand.
they done heard me say, I don't play that submissive shit.
I
Go
under-
tell your mom about that shit. My husband know I don't play that shit. But on the other side, that's how it is. Like, but so
but
that causes such a conflict.
Miss K is still my job, no
But
matter what.
I
Right. So if
understand what you're
somebody do
saying.
something, right, it's my job to make sure that you stay protected, no matter what. Right. Because there's a physicality involved in this shit. And sometimes the words turned into something else.
Hmm.
And it's my job to make sure, right, as a man, it's my job to make sure that this physical differential between the two of us doesn't become something that turns into something that's harmful. Right. It's my
Yeah,
job
yeah,
to intervene.
I agree.
And
I
I
agree.
understand you have your rights to say what you want, but I want to make sure that if somebody is disrespected, and that was a little bit disrespectful, but I still can't allow it to happen,
Oh,
right? Because
absolutely.
those words turn into other shit, and I can't let that. And nobody will
Yeah,
ever do nothing. No harm will come to you while the fuck I live and breathe,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
if I can mitigate it, I want to mitigate it first.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know
I
what I
let the
mean?
men on my panel handle that. That's why most of my mods are men.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's
But
all I want to do.
why
But
do the
other
men
than that, we talk.
why men argue so much now? I sit on these panels
Mm,
and sometimes I sit on the panel and maybe, two or three of us ladies and the men are just going at each other.
they
Like
do.
I don't
They do.
understand it.
I
Because
don't
we
either.
want to
I
be
don't know
right.
why
Y'all.
it happened.
Because we want to be right. We want to sound like we're right. We want to basically feel like we're right. We want to basically say, hey, I'm
Bro,
right
that you
about
black?
this, even though we're wrong.
Yes, sir.
Is that my little brother over there?
Hey everybody, how y'all
That's
doing?
my little brother, man. What's happening, brother?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, Mr. JT. Hey, man, do your thing, Mr. Khan. I'm sorry, brother. I just wanted, just had to say that right quick. But we good, Mr. Khan. I'm straight. Go ahead, brother. Put me on mute if you need to, man.
I can follow a restraining order against somebody.
No, we fine, man. We fine, black.
All right.
We fine, brother. We all good, man.
A restraining order, isn't that something women do?
I don't do restraining orders. I don't press charges. I don't sue people. I go
No. Hey, hold on. No.
I tell you, dog.
No. Men.
None of that.
Commentary gonna call it out when I hear it.
No, men. No, hold on. Men file restraining orders. Look, y'all, quit saying. Y'all know that in real life, women get wild too.
They do. They get wild.
Yeah,
That's what I was just talking to my man about.
I think it's a certain type of man, though, that files a restraining order.
I think men. I think we men. I think a lot of us we yell and argue and like dominant force. You know what I'm saying? Talk over each other because over history, we as men always wanted to be the dominant force. You know what I'm saying? This really like a fact. That's throughout history. I mean, just look how the Bible and Quran are dominated by a bunch of male prophets. You hardly see any female leaders or prophets in any religious text, really. So throughout history, just to answer your question.
Yeah, you're right. It's always been that way, man. I think we want to be seen as right because people don't want to be on the side of stupid, and they don't want to be on the side of right. They don't want to be associated with it. So if you make somebody feel stupid, they start to fucking lose their mind behind that stuff.
Yeah, and I see a lot of that happening. A lot of info. Too many info.
And I think a lot of men get caught up with wanting to win, bro. Like sometimes when we have these discussions, it ain't about winning the argument. It's about learning and teaching each other. We gotta quit doing that, bro.
You're right, Phil. No doubt.
If only it was that easy. Like I'm serious.
Hey, real
quick. It's not easier said than done.
Hey, let me talk to. Can I talk to Khan real quick? Yo, Khan, you there, or did he step away?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so I know this is slightly off topic, off topic, but I sent you a video that they don't want you to see about this Chud character. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee, where he was going around to our neighborhoods and doing this shit, right? And a lot of people are still trying to fight for his self-defense, quote unquote self-defense. But I want you to play this little clip. It's like 28 seconds long, right? Where he went to one of our project communities, Chapel Street. It's on Chapel Street and Fort Campbell Boulevard. And it's located on Chapel Street and Fort Campbell Boulevard. And where it was like back in January when it was like 15 degrees outside, right? 1:30 at night. He walked over to Chapel Street talking about, where you in, where is that? I want you to see the video, like totally unprovoked. And I want y'all to show this little clip on.
Who was the guy that you're talking about, brother?
Dalton Ethan Lee, aka Chud the Builder.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't know what dude is doing that shit. I'm a rough motherfucker. I'm from the D, man, and I ain't one of no motherfucker. I ain't going over there doing that shit.
Yeah, I'm in Clarksville. I live in Clarksville. We both do, right? And the reason he did not go viral until he went to Nashville and started doing this shit, because he got his carrying privileges revoked after that video I sent Khan. Look in your DMs, Khan. But that video was the last straw that got his privileges revoked. You see what I'm saying? That one and one other one. That was like the last straw. Cause before he got his privileges revoked, he was walking around with his firearm. He was walking around with a bulletproof vest. You know what I'm saying? But
he was one person. He was one person. White people in general just knew not to play that. That was one dude,
and we knew that, right?
Was gonna run out.
So when he went to so let me tell you. So let me run down the timeline. So when he went to Nashville, that's why when he was in Nashville, y'all only saw him with his mace and his bear mace because he wasn't allowed to carry. That's why it's a big deal. That's why it's a big deal that he discharged a bunch of rounds into Joshua Fox because he already had a felony getting his when he got his privileges taken away. And my thing is this: you got to be one dumb. But my thing is this: I'm from Clarksville, so I'm giving y'all the real news before people make all these AI videos about it. You see what I'm saying? Me being in town is going to get the news locally before it spreads across the nation. But you know what I'm saying? We kept sharing his videos around until it landed, until he got landed on the CPD's radar. We kept on saying, "Yo, Clarksville Police Department, y'all need to do something about this guy. He antagonizing us, trying to start a race war, and he's doing it basically brandishing his pew pew, right?" But it's funny. It's funny how
why play him up though?
Huh? Why play him up though? I'm sorry, I don't have no sympathy. All this started down there in Florida.
Why JT? Why play him up in the sense that look, what we see happening is that the quote unquote wheels of justice have engaged, right? Now he still has to be adjudicated, and it needs to come out the right way. But you know, come on, man! Like, why give him more space? I guess that's what I'm saying. Because look, when you think about it,
that's why he was on bond though. He was on bond from losing his carrying privileges. He went to jail. Yeah, he went to jail. He got his privileges revoked when he got out. He was out on bond. He got his privileges revoked. Then he tried to go for a retrial. Right? He tried to go for a retrial. He lost that. He lost that. He was like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna take my business. I'm gonna take my business in Nashville because basically we ran him out of his own town doing that shit because he know he couldn't do that. So people in Nashville thought he was carrying when they was unknowingly to them. He didn't even have it on his person. He had it in his truck. So he would try to antagonize people to follow him to his truck, right? To try to route him up to, like man, I follow your ass home, man. We can do this. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get
the bottom feeder. Can we turn the page on him though? Because like, why are we giving that man so much space? I mean, he's a bottom feeder, right? He was in it to manipulate people, to get under their skin, to get them talking about him, because he's a fucking degenerate, right? Come on, right. JT. What all I'm saying, bro, is don't give him more space than he needs.
Isn't it important for us to inform?
And inform. We all know about this motherfucker.
No, to look at the numbers, because obviously it's going to be an increase. I think what JT is doing.
Be no increase.
What do you mean it's not going to be an increase?
Let me tell you how there's going to be an increase. Let me tell you how there's going to be an increase. Let me tell you how there's going to be an increase. If you allow white people to think that this gonna work for them, meaning if you allow them to think that they can animate you with this shit, there'll be more of it. If you function in a way that you allow, now that the law has engaged this shit, let that be handled. Don't tell people that this gonna get you in your feelings, because then that's
good to play the mental mind games. But
it ain't no mental mind game. It's about being smart.
And I just want to say this, man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I got a call.
But look,
I
it's like this,
appreciate him
yo.
telling us that.
And I
But
know
look, it's
everybody.
like this.
And I know
His whole
everybody
rhetoric
feel
is
like
like
this.
this.
Hold up, I just
Look,
want to
his
say
whole
this
rhetoric.
right quick. I just want to say this right
Okay,
quick.
we
All this started in Florida because in Florida they let that man hurt that little old boy Trayvon Martin. They let him go around here on the parade showing off his things and all this. If you brothers gonna be this hard in the streets against each other, ain't no way that was supposed to happen. So when we send messages like that, we ain't gonna do nothing. We give them confidence to do what they're doing. That's all I want to say.
Hey man, listen, I can't deny that at all, Phil. You right about
started
that
in
shit. We let
Chicago.
these weak motherfuckers do it.
In fact,
let it happen.
I would second. I don't generally fuck with Phil, but I'm gonna second what he said. First off,
Yeah, he
this
did that.
motherfucker shouldn't have been able to make more than 2 videos. And what I'm saying to y'all is that look. First off, I'm gonna tell it to you like this: without a phone, there's no video. Without a video, handle your business, black man. And that's all that needs to be happening around here.
We don't even have to get into the details of that shit.
That's part of the
I don't want that woman shit. I don't want that woman energy. Woman, stand down. Because you want us to protect you, then don't get in the goddamn way.
Sir.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I spoke what I had to
And
say.
this is why y'all end up in.
No, we end up because you jump in the middle of shit you ain't got no business being in the middle of.
Black, cállate. You got enough time to talk, nigga. I've been quiet. When I start saying N-words and start cursing, then y'all want to be cute, but then y'all telling females to be feminine. Shut the fuck up and let me speak.
Go ahead. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's do serious.
If you have that ideology that man should have not been able. Okay.
That's all I gotta say. I ain't speaking on this issue.
Miss Q, go ahead.
When you
Go
have
ahead.
that
We wasn't
ideology
cutting you off.
No, Q. No, Q.
That's all I gotta say. I ain't speaking on this issue no
Do
more.
I have?
Go ahead and speak your piece.
Yeah, I got it.
No, Q. We be saying go ahead. You were literally distorted. Go ahead and speak your piece. We were trying to give you the floor. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. If you're saying that's violence, or whether on or off the goddamn video should be done, you're promoting the violence that you see in the black communities every day that you guys complain about. So no, I think we have to learn how to ignore certain shit and not react. People are going to do shit for a reaction. It's 2026. Everybody want to be a star, but to sit here and say that you guys should have reacted in a certain way, or even with the George Floyd situation, which I understand. I was frustrated as fuck. Nobody got Zimmerman, but that's not the right way to go. Because then what? You in jail doing 25 to life, and there's another Zimmerman. Because Trayvon Martin wasn't the first, and he never was gonna be the last, and we knew that then. What are you gonna do it to everyone?
So, Miss Q, if you don't mind. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let me just say this, Keith. Let me just say this. Everybody heard the conversation.
Give me 1 second, brother. So, because this is real short and sweet. The more you allow, the more people will view to you. Right? That is a premier fact. If you allow a bully to continue their actions, they will bully you until you fucking disappear. And while you should not respond in a manner that everyone sees you, but if these people start going away and they disappear, whatever the fuck happens, right? And no one sees it. There is no camera. There's no nothing. You might not want to respond on camera. Don't be big and bad. We ain't doing all that screaming and hollering shit. But the moment that motherfucker ain't got that camera up and running, dog, hey, listen, that shit need to happen. I won't lie to you. Go ahead, man.
You know what? And the piggyback on what Keith is saying, but look, the piggyback.
Y'all are not getting it. This is chess, not checkers. I agree with Miss Q. How you gonna help us doing 25 to life? At the end of the day, I'm for infiltrating the system, moving differently, not ignoring stories like what JT said, taking account of it. And y'all ain't read the book of what is it, the art of WAR? Like everything is not violent. Everything is not violent.
If everybody heard what I said, we were having a discussion, and I was telling JT, "Hey, don't give it no more energy."
Hey, you talking about kidnapping and beating?
The Justice Department. Hold on. The Justice Department is engaged, so therefore, that part of this is done. What I am saying is that had the Justice Department or Justice not engaged, and even before this got started, there was a way of actually shutting this down that when it had nothing to do with no 25 to life. Some of y'all just don't know how to move. That's what I'm saying.
Well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you fly to Florida for?
Again, this is what we're
Why didn't
talking
you
about.
fly to every check man and get it? Y'all be saying
This is how we
people
get
do it. Y'all never
ridiculous.
be the ones to go
This
do
is how we get ridiculous.
I'm talking about people like them, not the actual situation.
You want to be heard.
Now it's
You ain't listening to what I'm saying.
So I can show you what happened the last time somebody accosted me in the street. It did happen, right? And it was on the news. It was all over the place. But I did it in accordance with the laws of the United States, right? But you can, as long as you're doing things and you allow them to do whatever they're going to do. And I don't need you to think differently about me. I just need you not to accost my people. I need you not to hurt our children. That's what I need. And I don't give a fuck whether you think I'm violent or whatever the fuck it is you think. I acted within the confines of the laws of the United States. I did what I did. I don't deny that shit. And he absolutely is no longer among us, right? And you can look it up. My name is Keith Enoch, and it's not one no secret. I did the shit. I absolutely did. He accosted people, and I did what was necessary to make sure that we protected. And when his family sees this, right? If his family and all the other people that thought like he thought, when their family saw that shit, they know that there are people out here who will act within the law, that will protect themselves, and that you need to fuck around and think about it before you go out and fuck with somebody like me again. Right? I'll show you the pictures. So we good. I did what the fuck I did. I did that shit.
I got a question. I have a question for everybody on the panel. Can they define or explain or articulate the difference between defense and violence?
Sure. Defense. So when you're defending somebody, you're absolutely utilizing violence to do so, unless you're utilizing it in a court of law, right? So outside in the streets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a 14-year veteran. Combat service.
Me too, sir. I went in the United States Marine Corps
in 1977. I entered the active duty. So
yes, sir.
Now, if you've been Marines,
yes, sir.
Thank y'all for your services, by the way. Thank you.
Wait.
Welcome, brother. Go ahead, Mr.
Brother. So my question is, I understand what you're saying, and in saying what you're saying in the context that you're saying, I know where that comes from. And I didn't want to make an assumption that whether you were a soldier or airman and or a Marine. So there's things that we understand about engaging in defense or reconnaissance and so forth and on that in DD, which is,
absolutely. I know what it is.
You know what I mean, right? So
yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
So on panels like this, you can be talking to people that are on the panel. They have a different mindset. They may be coming from a civilian realm when it relates to dealing with conflict or defending yourself within the confines of the law in the jurisdiction of that state. So I understand what you're saying, but I would also argue there's some things that we should not be as men, particularly as warriors and those that will do what we need to do, should not be saying on this time.
Understood.
Right. I don't know if you agree with that.
You're correct. I do. There are certain things that we like. So display, like saying that we need to if you're going to defend yourself, you need to act within the confines of the law at all times for all things in all places, right? But we can't just be running around here threatening motherfuckers and saying all kind of weird shit, because then people start looking at you, and the more people start to think that I can bait you into doing some dumb shit, then motherfuckers will bait you into doing some dumb shit. You are absolutely correct, Sen.
And you know what else, Keith, to piggyback off you, like a lot of us actually show restraint, and there's 2 points I want to make. For one, us as melanated people, it's like damn if we do, damn if we don't, right? If someone gets in our face and disrespect us and we react, and let's say we attack them for being disrespectful, then we're savages, we're criminals, yada yada yada, right? But if we sit back and show restraint, now we're cowards. Like then they label us as cowards. Oh look, man, they're not as gangster as they. So I'm like, all right, which one is it? You want us to show restraint, or you want us to attack? My second point is this: people are talking about, he had freedom of speech to do this, that, and the third, right? But my thing, it said that, you know, you shouldn't just fight over words. But it's funny because if somebody walks up to them and call it to their face and call their wife a bitch or a whore or call their woman or their daughter or their granddaughter any way out of their name in any form or fashion, they be ready to throw hands. Am I right?
I can't handle it. You're right. I can't handle that, bro. Yeah, my wife is off limits.
My problem is, but you'll do it to your brother though. But you'll do it to your brother though. So now you need to have restraint. Man, fuck all that, bro.
Man, listen, man. Listen. The more I'm telling you, if you let a bully get away with bullying motherfuckers, that bully will only get worse. It will only ever get worse. Now, if that bully is no longer doing shit, don't nobody know what happened. Don't nobody know when it happened. They don't know what the fuck it is. They know that bully ain't that bullying motherfuckers. Right? That's just a thing.
And then the bully becomes a victim. As a matter of fact, it's a story that surfaced. It went viral in about 2017, right? This kid, and both of the parties were white tea, right? This kid was going to school, kept getting bullied, kept getting his lunch money taken. He was going to some type of academy or a private school, right? He kept getting bullied, getting his lunch money taken. The bully lived in the same neighborhood, not only lived in the same neighborhood, but rode the same bus, right? And so